Now at 5 a.m. on WKYT this morning, the search will continue today for a man who disappeared at Laurel Lake. Why a new lead is now providing hope to family members.
Questions still remain after a human skull was found on a Bourbon County farm. Why it could be months before the remains are identified.
And Lexington Center officials plan to put their newest security additions to the test for tonight's big Pearl Jam concert. What fans need to know ahead of the show. Just ahead on WKYT this morning.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good Tuesday morning to you. Hope your day is off to a great start. I'm Michelle Chamberlain.
I'm Bill Bryant. We're glad you're on WKYT April 26th, and it's going to be one of those days where we're going to feel the other side of spring with the possibility of some showers and storms later on. Meteorologist Micah Harris is on duty. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, once we hit the evening and night, that's your best bet to actually see some of these thunderstorms roll on through. Some will be strong and some maybe even isolated severe cells. Live sky camera. There's a shot outside. It looks pretty good. No rain in the forecast this morning. Temperatures are in the 60s and 50s. You will not need a coat once you step out the door. By the afternoon, right around 80 degrees. Listen, much of your day is going to be dry. However, we slide off into the evening and night. That's when the storms move on in. And that's not just for tonight. It's for the next few days with those storms. I'm going to talk all about that. I'm going to show you exactly when I expect these storms to move on in coming up.
Okay, see you then. Thank you.
Later today, a Louisiana search team will return to southern Kentucky and resume their search for a man who's been missing for nearly 4 years.
Clarence Holmes disappeared in 2012 on Laurel Lake while he was helping some others during a storm that suddenly came upon the scene. Since then, the Southeast Louisiana Underwater Search Team has looked for Holmes several times, but they still haven't found him. WKYT's Mark Barber is joining us from our live desk with more on today's scheduled search, as the team now says they have a new lead in their search. Mark?
Good morning, Bill. Divers said if they did not have something new to look into, they would not have made the trip back to Laurel Lake. The new lead that is giving them new hope this morning is a tree that could hold the weight of a body. Sonar pictures show that tree about 150 feet under the surface in an underwater forest. It's in the area where Clarence Holmes' boat was found. Cadaver dogs also picked up his scent nearby. Crews have been searching for the missing 32-year-old for nearly 4 years. He was helping others tie up their boats during a storm when he disappeared back in 2012. The dive team from Louisiana that is returning to Laurel Lake today has already searched the area over and over again the past few years. However, divers hope this time will be different because they now have these sonar pictures and a renewed sense of urgency to help bring the family some closure.
We need to find this man. We need to get him home to his family, and, you know, we're running out of options now. If we find that this isn't anything and we have nowhere else to go, they're still going to keep searching. They're going to keep trying to do what they can and until they can find Clarence, because, you know, it's just that important. It's their child.
As divers try to bring Holmes home this week, his father, Arnold, will be on board their search boat as its captain. From the live desk, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you very much. There are still many questions swirling this morning about a human skull found on a central Kentucky farm. The Bourbon County coroner tells us the skull was discovered in a creek on Sunday near Threv Farm in Paris by a farmhand who was checking on horses. Investigators say cadaver dogs were brought in and used to search the area for additional human remains, but nothing else was found. The question now is, who is that skull? Does it belong to? Coroner D.G. Rose says they could know the gender in about a few days, but determining an identity could actually take several months, something Rose says she'll work diligently to figure out because the victim's family deserves peace of mind.
This job is not a job that you say, oh, I love my job. My job is something that has to be done, and being able to give somebody the closure that they've not been able to get for a long time, that means something to me.
Lexington police now confirm they are assisting in the investigation. Coroner Rose says in her opinion the remains have likely been around 5 years or less.
A late-night crash sent one person to the hospital. Police say it happened at the intersection of Manawar and Takes Creek Road around midnight when a female driver who was under the influence turned and hit another driver. They say the crash forced the second driver off the roadway and into a ditch. We're told the woman was arrested for DUI. Police say the second driver was taken to the hospital with minor injuries but is expected to be okay. Neighbors said it was bad enough having a peeping Tom arrested in their apartment complex, but residents at Emma Estates in London were shocked to learn he was also a registered sex offender. Kentucky State Police located 41-year-old Samuel Nolan Sunday evening after he was reportedly looking in folks' windows. That's when they learned that he was a registered sex offender convicted of child molestation in Indiana. Deputies say Nolan had been living at the complex for nearly 3 months, but he never notified deputies of his change in address. Neighbors say they feel better knowing Nolan is back in jail, but going forward, they say they'll be more vigilant of whom they're living next to.
It's really shocking and unnerving. You want, to have good neighbors and everything, but I'm just glad it's took care of.
Deputies say Nolan is charged with failure to comply with the sexual offender registry and criminal trespassing. He's being held at the Laurel County Detention Center.
Now 5:06 here on WKYT this morning. A former Kentucky court clerk accused of stealing thousands of dollars will avoid jail time. Former Lee County Circuit Clerk Emma Adams pled guilty in February to abuse of public trust. She is accused of stealing more than $330,000 from her office. Attorney General Andy Beshear announced that Adams was ordered to serve 5 years on probation and 180 days of home incarceration. A judge also ordered her to pay a fine equal to what she stole, in addition to $200,000 in restitution. Adams' attorney says he plans on asking the judge to lower the fine. He says she had already paid $156,000 in restitution. The Lexington Center will get another chance to test out their new stand-up metal detectors later today.
Over the past few weeks, the center has tested the metal detectors during various events, but officials say tonight's Pearl Jam concert will be the biggest test yet. WKYT's Mike Byer joins us live from outside Rupp Arena, where preparations will be soon getting underway. Good morning there.
Good morning, Michelle. That's right. I'm standing just outside of Rupp Arena, where one of the biggest concerts of the year will be taking place tonight. If you were lucky enough to score a ticket to see Pearl Jam, you're going to want to get here early. The arena recently purchased a set of walk-through metal detectors. They're similar to the ones that you see at professional stadiums and are designed to give full body scans of people as they head in to watch concerts like Pearl Jam. The arena started out by using a couple, then roughly a dozen, and now tonight all 30 metal detectors are expected to be in play. Officials say the new security measure will ultimately get people through security lines quicker and into the show faster than ever. However, tonight will be the first time that this many are used. This means lines getting in could be a little longer than normal as security works out any final kinks. Now to keep lines moving, there will be express lanes for people without bags, but believe me, you're still going to want to give yourself an extra few minutes, as an even flow of people will be making their way in to see Pearl Jam tonight, who is set to take the stage at 8 o'clock. Live outside of Rupp Arena, I'm Mike Byer, WKYT.
Thank you, Mike. Remember to get there early. A new National Park Service report shows that nearly 2 million people visited national parks in Kentucky last year. That's more than 1.7 million people spent almost $114 million at the parks. That spending results in nearly 1,800 jobs and added $145 million to the state's economy. Cumberland Gap National Historical Park had a visitor spending of $48 million. It edged out Mammoth Cave by about $1 million. Most of the spending was for lodging, food, gas, admissions, and souvenirs.
All right. That's interesting that the Gap is that popular.
It is interesting.
It really is. Hey, the time this morning is coming up on 5:09, and WKYT this morning is just getting started.
Workers at a zoo in the Czech Republic got a big surprise over the weekend. A look at their unexpected new baby gorilla when we come back.
It's calm and quiet now, but it's not going to be that way as we travel off into your evening and night. We're talking about the storms being strong, potentially even severe. I'll have that in your forecast up next.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Looking out and about, seeing dry conditions. This is a good start to the morning where you can get out. If you're a walker, runner, it's perfect weather for that. You're talking low to mid 60s, dry conditions. You got to love it. But then we head towards your afternoon and evening. That's going to be a totally different story as these storms get a little bit closer to us. Let's break that down as we go through your day. So your day, you start off nice. At noontime, I'm not seeing any issues. 75 degrees. That's going out to lunch. That's patio weather right there. You got to love that with a mixture of sun and clouds. 80 degrees by the afternoon, pretty much where we settled yesterday with just a couple of rumbles. That's at 5 p.m. It's after that that we're most concerned about, because that's when we can get some strong, potentially a few isolated severe cells. It's going to be during the evening and night. Now, the storm timing on this looks like this. This is how it shapes up. Northern zones north of I-64, anywhere from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. is when you can see these storms move on through. Remember, this is your strong to severe timing. This is not just any type of thunderstorms. You can have a few rumbles during the afternoon hours, but your strong to severe timing is going to come during that time in northern Kentucky, that 3-hour span. Then you get off toward Lexington, the I-64 corridor, and just south of that, that does include portions of 127 and 27, BG Parkway, Mountain Parkway, 64 heading over toward Moorhead and Rowland County. That's going to be anywhere from 8 p.m. to midnight. So this is going to come during a time when a lot of us are headed to bed, trying to get the kids off to bed. And yeah, you get those rumbles rolling on through. Most of this will be run-of-the-mill thunderstorms, meaning you'll get lightning, you'll get thunder, and also some heavy downpours. But you just can't rule out a couple of isolated severe cells. So that's really the thing we're going to be watching for. Obviously, this is a low-end severe weather threat. And then the farther you go down toward the south, better likelihood of it fading away. I would say London, Somerset, Hazard, go south of that into, say, Williamsburg. Those areas in the green that you see shaded in the green, that is a much lesser likelihood of actually seeing any severe weather as opposed to being northbound. Northern zones has the best chance, but there's the breakdown of the timing for you guys. Now, how much rain are we expecting? Well, as of right now, here's what happens. That front settles over us, and it's a stationary front. It doesn't really move all that much. And so you'll get one heavy thunderstorm after another, and this can really add up those totals. Look at Danville. Now, this is a model. This is a forecast model, okay? We're saying anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of rain, but you know what? Some of these could even top 3.5 inches of rain. So that just shows you some pretty heavy rain is on its way. Let's talk about your 7-day and go through it real quick. That 60% chance of rain today. Remember, that's late in the evening off into the night. That's your best bet. See these storms roll on through. Wednesday, you'll get more showers and thunderstorms. Thursday, it's mainly during the morning hours with a couple of rumbles of thunder. Friday actually looks pretty good. You have any plans then? That's probably the day to do it. And then Saturday and Sunday, I would say Friday and Saturday probably your driest days in the forecast. But Sunday, here comes more rain in the forecast. But you can see, guys, those temperatures, 70s, 80s the next several days. So no cold shot anytime soon, but it's really about the storms that we're going to be focusing in on later on tonight.
All right.
So make plans to be outside Friday,
yes,
right?
Friday, and Friday. You know what, maybe even Saturday too.
Okay.
Good. Get a break after these storms roll through. Thank you, Mike. It's 5:15 right now.
The Prague Zoo got a surprise new addition over the weekend, a new baby gorilla.
Workers at the zoo didn't even know the 24-year-old mother gorilla named Shinda was pregnant. They previously thought she might just be gaining a little weight. Well, she was. Shinda has reportedly had a number of miscarriages in the past, but zoo officials say both mama and her new baby daughter are doing very well. They're both healthy, and visitors were able to see Shinda cradling her new baby in her arms just a day after she gave birth.
That's so sweet. That is sweet.
All right.
Look at that little baby.
Good story to get your day off and rolling here on your Tuesday morning on WKYT. Hope you'll stay with us for a lot more news.
Yeah, coming up next, we'll have a look at your money.
Which is the best city to start a career and why kids may soon be having soda for breakfast? I'm Jill Wagner in New York. All those stories and more coming up in your CBS Money Watch report.
Welcome back to WKYT this morning. 5:19 is the time, bright and early here on your Tuesday. Glad you're with us in late April. Automotive manufacturer Honda is facing a hefty fine.
And can you guess the best city to start a career in? What do you guess?
Well, we'll see, huh?
Jill Wagner has the latest on your money.
Investors are waiting for the Federal Reserve to wrap up its policy meeting and for any insight about when the Fed could raise interest rates again. On Wall Street, stocks finished the day lower on Monday. The Dow dropped 26 points. The Nasdaq lost 10. The U.S. government says Honda has taken all of the necessary steps in making sure it accurately reports on deaths and injuries connected to its vehicles. Honda paid a $70 million fine after admitting that it didn't report more than 1,700 complaints that its vehicles caused deaths and injuries. The U.S. government has closed its investigation. New York City is the place to be for launching a career. Bankrate.com ranked 100 U.S. cities on criteria like job prospects, pay potential, and career advancement. New York City came in on top, followed by Los Angeles and San Francisco. And soda for breakfast? Just in time for summer, Kellogg's is rolling out new soda pop flavors for Pop-Tarts. Frosted A&W Root Beer and Frosted Crush Orange. They are a big change from Pop-Tart's usual dessert-like flavors. And that is your CBS Money Watch report. For more, follow me on Twitter at Jill Wagner CBS. In New York, I'm Jill Wagner.
All right. So New York.
Interesting Pop-Tarts. Yes, in New York City.
Okay.
I could have guessed that one.
Yeah, that would have been an easy one, I guess. All right, 5:21 on WKYT this morning. Hey, it's good to have you with us, and more news is coming up.
Yep, sports is on the way.
When we return, we go to Memorial Coliseum, the site of the 14th annual Catspy Awards. We also have another basketball player leaving the women's team, and we also go to Churchill Downs. That's on the way next in sports.
That's a really nice looking start to the morning. We are in the 50s and 60s as you step out the door. You won't need a coat. It's a pretty good start today. One of those walkers runners. You'll really love the temperatures outside this morning. Dry conditions too. Takes us into the afternoon, 80 degrees. That's not extremely warm. That's pretty much where we were yesterday. But you will have at least a couple of rumbles during the afternoon. Remember, that's about a 30-40% chance of rain. It's evening and night that the big chances of rain slide on in with those loud thunderstorms. And we're going to go over the timing on that coming up in just a few minutes. First, let's check out sports, see what's going on.
Good morning, everybody. At this time every spring, the Catspy Awards are presented. Individual and team honors handed out from the UK's 22 varsity sports. Everybody's included. Our own Amber Philpott, Chris Bailey, they were the got the honor of hosting the Espys. Women's Coach of the Year awards went to softball's Rachel Lawson and track's Edric Florial. And on the men's side, soccer's Johan Settergren and basketball coach John Calipari. And Cal called Tyler Eulis up on stage.
And I can tell you that he coached this team. And Marcus liked to bring it up. I got thrown out of the South Carolina game, and it was the best game we played all year. And I can tell you that for me, I think he's going to get into coaching someday, but I'm giving this to him today, to Tyler Eulis.
Athletic Director Mitch Barnhart wrapped up the event with a tribute to UK tennis star Bruno Agostinelli, who died in a motorcycle accident last month. Agostinelli was from Niagara Falls, Canada. His family was in attendance last night. Another player and an assistant coach leaving the UK women's basketball program, freshman Batuli Kamara, asked for a release, and it was granted by Matthew Mitchell. She is the 6th player to leave the program since last fall. Kamara was promising, 6'2" forward out of New York City. She played in all 33 games. Starting 14, Kamara averaged just more than 5 points and 4 rebounds. Also word late yesterday afternoon, UK's assistant Tamika Williams Jeter has also resigned. Derby contenders gun runner and creator breezing on the Churchill Downs track yesterday morning. Gun runner, the Louisiana Derby winner, worked with stablemate Goldhawk. Creator put in his first serious work since winning the Arkansas Derby 10 days ago. Afterwards, trainer Steve Asmussen said the works were ideal for what they needed. He said he was extremely proud of the shape both horses are in going to the Derby. That's a look at sports. Have a great day.